Black women, aren't you tired of the propaganda of us being viewed as strong but not soft, masculine but not feminine, combative but not pleasant? And this is what our men are saying about us. In the Black community, we were taught to be strong and educated, but not soft and feminine. Get on your feminine journey and join me on YouTube at Mrs. Danielle DeVita, my podcast, Feminine Energy with Danielle DeVita, or you can just book a session by going to mymentor.life/Danielle DeVita. Get on your feminine journey today.
But this actually is a good thing for the world to see. And I'm speaking directly to the African diaspora today. I'm speaking to you. A lot of you seeing what's going on with the Haitians. I'm going to address a lot of you in many of this. I'm going to address you because it's time to start talking for real now. You know, when you are a trailblazer and when you are a leader and when you have been the leader in the fight against white supremacy, there are many that look at us as we're too radical. We're too militant. You don't want to be like them Black Americans because you want to be in the good graces of massa. If you just go along to get along and you come over to America and you just get a job, you don't say nothing, don't say nothing about anything, separate yourself from those Black Americans because you don't want to get with them. Maybe we can do something better. A lot of you love and pray to white Jesus in a lot of these other countries, in the Caribbean, in the continent of Africa. You pray to white Jesus. When the white man show up, you're raccooning some of you. I've seen that one by my own two eyes. And understand, I'm talking out of love. I'm talking out of love. There ain't no hate. It ain't no malice. I'm talking about love because I want to help correct your behavior. What have we learned from the white supremacists with the Haitians? What have we learned? Some of you in the Haitian community, and y'all have told me this. Y'all told me to my face more than once that you are told by those folks, you're different. You're better than Black Americans. Some of your parents have came over here raccooning. And a lot of you have started to open your eyes up, but they told you stay away from them Black Americans. Don't go by them. We're different. Let's separate. Let's live away from them. And when you separate yourself from Black Americans, the people who've been on this soil for hundreds and hundreds of years, who know the white supremacists back and forth, front and back, you setting yourself up for failure. Some of you bring your tribalism from your countries of the continent of Africa, the Caribbean, etc. Your tribalism failed in your countries. It failed because if it was successful, you wouldn't have had to leave where you were at to come here. You want to bring your tribalism, and then now when that 2020 census came out and white folks are high on alert. See, the Democrat strategy is bring everybody in that maybe we can procreate with and the child still come out looking white. Oh, let's go there. You can bring these Afghanistans in because we have some babies with some of these Afghanistan women, that kid may come out looking white. But no matter what it is, even to those divestors, you think you got an option with the white man too. The one thing the Black woman and the Black man have in common is that whoever we have a child with, we put our stamp on that kid. Everybody know you have a baby with an Asian, you know that baby is Afro-Asian because you can see them Black features. You have a baby with an Indian, a white, or whoever. So Black folks will never be the option to continue anything with the white folks. For them, it's about survival right now. Why you think they putting in that abortion law here in Texas? It's about survival. They in survival mode. They know they're afraid of the next 10 years what's happening to them right now. So they cool with everybody else that maybe they can make some babies with to come out looking like them. But they don't want to import no African in here. No, they don't want no Caribbean black in here. Now they'll take the mestizo Dominican in here. They'll take them, the mestizo, but they're not going to take the black ones too much. They don't want the black people in Latin America either. Because they got black people that look like me and you in Latin America. Speak fluent Spanish. They don't want them here. One thing the Democrats and Republicans agree on, maintaining white supremacy. They agree on that. The difference with the Democrats versus the Republicans is that the Republicans say, look, we don't want nobody over here but our people. That's it. We may have a few tokens here and there, but we don't want them. We don't want them nowhere around anything. We are trying to maintain white supremacy and open white supremacy. The left say, well, we want white supremacy too. We get it, but we just think that if we can just include them and give them the illusion of inclusion into our system and thinking that they making a difference, you won't have them so hostile. So we need to include them. But anytime a black person get out of line, Nicki Minaj, anytime a black person get out of line, you see how quick they'll pounce on you with their racism. You come to this country, we know these people, and let me tell you something. I got to say this. Just like DJ Khaled said, congratulations, you played yourself. When you separate yourself from Black America, you are a sitting duck. You are a target for these people. And they know it. You say you come over here to work hard. Let's tell the truth. Why is it not working hard in your countries? You abandoning your countries. And then you let the Chinese come over there, buy up all the land. Take all the resources. They playing the next colonizer. You let the Indians come in your countries. You let the Russians come in. You know, the white man, well, he been in there. All the different groups of people, you're leaving, they're coming in. And now you're going through horrendous conditions. And then now you got to see the brunt of white supremacy. Do you know that's the only border crossing that's shut down? It's the Del Rio one, the one the black folks are at. Do you know that? All the other ones are wide open. So they still flooding in, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Crow Joe have not changed. How did you expect an old white supremacist to change? You African-American black people, some of you Haitian black people that was out there, yeah, we got to get him in. Roland Martin, you're Haitian too. You championing Joe Biden, you crying about black folks. Your people on the freaking border dying out there. Their 2 children have been born out there literally, and they don't care. Roland doesn't talk about Haiti at all. That's his people. What's that other one up there with Biden? Was that Corinne Pierre, whatever her name is? I don't hear her saying anything. Where's Kamala? Talking about we a nation of immigrants. Kamala, where you at? You supposed to be the border lady now. Where's Kamala? Where's she at? The Chucks and Pearls lady. The lady that like Cardi B. Where is she at? The black girl magic lady. Where is she? This woman's been MIA ever since she got in there. Like, where is Kamala? Man, please send her an email. Say, Kamala, are you all right, sis? I mean, we need you down there at the border. We got Haitians trying to get in. And, you know, Jose been coming in, but they told Pierre, hell no, Pierre, you ain't coming in here. But you let Jose in? I sure did. But Pierre, you ain't getting in. Jacques, you neither. You're not getting in either. Well, no, not you. Matter of fact, come on, because I got a plane ride for you. First class ticket right back to Haiti. But I was at the front door. I need to file for asylum. Asylum ain't for you. That's for them other folks. Oh, man. Number two. You say she's laying up under Zaddy, huh? Well, I mean, that's the life she chose. She was laying up under Willie Brown, old downtown Willie Brown for a long time. She just, Kamala, she was all about, sleeping her way to the top, and she did it. She did it. Congratulations, Kamala. Pan Africanism. Let's talk about that. Pan Africanism is a concept that was birthed on this soil. We understand that in our mind, we get it. If we would unify as a people all over the world and work together, we can get the white supremacists off our proverbial backs globally. We can stop the Chinese and get them off our backs. We can do everything together. But let's call it what it is. We have been the oracle of Pan-Africanism, and you've had a few. You had a few on the continent that believed in Pan-Africanism, very few. Some of them been killed because of it. You had a few in the Caribbean too. But outside of those few, the majority of you reject Pan-Africanism as a nation or nations. You're still riding around with this tribalism, especially the continent of Africa. I remember when I went to Ethiopia, you got the country of Ethiopia, but 80 different tribes. Why do y'all need 80 different tribes? Like, can you just come together as one? And so let's work together as a team? Can we do that? This country got this many tribes, that country, this one, and the crazy part is the self-hate is everywhere. Because, like, I remember when I covered the story out of South Africa about people getting pissed off that Nigerians and Ethiopians and Somalis were getting other jobs over them. But you still got the white folks taking everything in South Africa. I'm like, take that energy to them. Why are you doing it to other Africans? It doesn't make sense. And then you leave your countries and want to come here and practice the same thing that failed in your countries. You can't practice what failed in your country and then come here. It's not going to work, because what y'all don't understand and why your tribalism will keep you at the proverbial bottom. You are cemented into the bottom. Do you understand? As long as you practice tribalism and won't accept Pan-Africanism, you're in the cement, and you will not get out the cement being at the bottom until you adopt Pan-Africanism and really apply it for real. Those Haitians should not be coming to the United States of America. You know where they should go? If they have an issue? Not the United States of America. Now I'm about to throw something at the African Union. African Union, I'm talking to you. Haiti wanted to be a part of the African Union, and y'all rejected them. Do you remember? Why is that? Why was Haiti rejected? Because, see, y'all not practicing Pan-Africanism either. The last person really practiced Pan-Africanism, well, outside of Julius Malema, Julius Malema, I would say Professor PLO Lumumba, he's another one that I could think of, but we know Julius Malema is probably the most biggest name recognition on the continent. It's a very few. Why aren't you speaking up? Why aren't you getting with West African countries, the ones that speak French? Why aren't you getting with them to take them in? Why don't you send airplanes down to that? I'm pretty sure the United States would say, hey, you want them? Oh, we'll take them over to you. I think the United States would actually do that. Why can't y'all do that? Every time something going on the continent, y'all don't speak up. Y'all not offering to, hey, come on in. They say, we got our own problems. Everybody got problems. The United States got plenty of problems. The United States is printing money out the wazoo right now. I think the continent of Africa needs to start taking in people in Haiti and other places that black folks got problems. That's starting to practice Pan Africanism. Why is it that white folks always got to be the rescue of black people? You got all those resources over there. You got land. You got plenty of space. Why can't you take them in? And the only reason African Union spoke up about George Floyd is because they like, oh, white people said it's okay to say it. Yeah, it's messed up what happened to George Floyd. You never take a stand with outside unless white folks give you permission. Then I know it's a lot of raccooning up there at the African Union because Dr. Arikana, she got removed because she was talking too much about France. And that current guy, from what I heard, he raccoons a lot for France. When y'all gonna start taking responsibility on that continent? Because it's way past this time of everybody running to the United States and running to the UK that's black. You got a landmass that's huge. You mean to tell me them brothers and sisters, 10,000 of them can't come? They can't? America is not an easy place to live. And if you're going to immigrate to America, you also need to know your skin color is your team. That's why you can't separate yourself. Now, I'm going to call names because I'm calling groups. Nigerians, you can't separate yourself from Black America because you're on the team whether you like it or not. Somalis, Ethiopians, Haitians, Jamaicans, just to name a few. You're not different than me. I'm not different than you. You remember Jay-Z's song called Still N-Word? And he talked about all the things, talking about light, dark skin. He talked about you're rich, you're poor, you're real, you're fake, but at the end of the day, you still an N-word. Well, just because you're a Jamaican, you're an N-word too. Haitians, they seeing it now. We are all the same. We're not different. In the eyes of them folks, I'm going to say. What y'all need to do, and I've said this before, y'all need to come to the table with Black America and say, look, I understand our people kind of before us set this up where we were kind of staying away from each other. This is not a good thing. We need y'all, hey, teach us what we need to know. Let's work together in this because we all we got. If you're not willing to do that, if you're willing to say I'm better than the Black Americans or whatever the case, what you're thinking about yourself. And I'm not saying all, so don't come to me, write me emails, say I ain't like that. If this conversation is if the shoe fits conversation. But the times is going to get hard in this country. They are bringing all these people in that have anti-black sentiments. Latin America is very freaking racist against black people. Ask anybody black that lives in any Latin American country. They even discriminate against those who aren't black, those who are the real dark skin. They call them Indios. And that is an insult to be called Indio. I forgot this lady's name. She's real famous. She's real dark skinned. She has some real jet black she has some features that look like real Native American features, right? And they call that lady Indio, call that lady, ugly and everything like that. I forgot that lady's name. Those of y'all, her name is, it starts with a Y. I forgot that lady's name in Mexico. I remember Brenda, if you remember Brenda Lazama that came here, a few times. She told me that if you dark skinned, they say, oh, I'm not hiring you. But if you white looking, they'll give you the job. Because there's no laws, like she say in Mexico, about discrimination. It's not just Mexico. It's Central American countries, South American countries. Look at what happened in Brazil. How black people are treated bad in Brazil. And they've never had a black president, and the majority of the country is black. Most slaves are brought to Brazil than any other place. And how the police be killing brothers and sisters out there in Brazil. So don't get started about the racism, white supremacy in Latin America. So they rather import those people in here to keep white supremacy going. But they don't want to import no black folks in here, no Haitians in here. They don't want that. Now, of course, I feel bad. Because no matter what I'm saying, that y'all still my people. Some people can say F y'all. Some people can say that. I can't say that. Because I have a heart. I see my people suffering. I see babies suffering. I see my brothers, my sisters suffering. I don't have a heart for that. I just don't. Much as I can chastise, I still can say they still my people. I mean, some got to be done. The Congressional Black Caucus, let's start on y'all. Let's get to you. You were down there, the squad, Ayanna Pressley, Cori Bush, Ilhan Omar. Y'all were down there with AOC. Hey, sister girl, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with your black scent. Where you at right now? You always talking about immigration. Where you at? You talking about kids in cages and all the Congressional Black Caucus are down there? Oh no, them kids are in cages. That racist Trump. Why we ain't talking about racist Biden? Look how quick he got in the planes to drop those people back in a horrible situation where they had a major earthquake. Nothing was fixed. Their president was assassinated. And we know America had their hand in it. Their president was assassinated. Turmoil all over the place in Haiti. And you gonna drop, you say, you know what? You can't be asylum here. That's your problem. Get back over there. But these people from Latin America say, I'm afraid the cartel gonna get me. Oh yeah, come on in here. So the Congressional Black Caucus went down there with AOC and Nancy Pelosi and all of them crying about the people from Latin America, saying the kids in cages and oh my God. But where's that delegation now for the Haitian people? Where's the Haitian representatives, the Haitian groups? Where y'all at? Y'all should be the first one down there. CARICOM, where y'all at? Y'all sure silent. Sheila Jackson Lee, Frederica Wilson, where y'all at? Why the silence? Because you don't care about black people. Because Master Joe is your slave master. And you better not speak against Master Joe. He can deport all the Haitians he want, and you're not going to say nothing. Shame on y'all. Shame, shame, shame. You're supposed to be the Congressional Black Caucus. If anything, you should be telling Joe Biden, how is it you let everybody else in here, but them Haitians can't come in on asylum? That's racist, Joe. You ain't changed, but you the same guy, so you didn't want to integrate your kids into a racial jungle. That's him. That's who black folks voted for. Nobody's saying anything. This is the thing. We in the black media gonna make y'all do y'all job because we're gonna keep on shaming you while you're not doing it. We're gonna keep doing it. And everybody need to go to Congressional Black Caucus and ask them, why aren't you all at the border in Del Rio, Texas, speaking against the conditions and speaking against Biden, just flying these people out and dropping them off in a earthquake-ridden area where lawlessness is going on. the president was killed, everything is in a mess, and you drop those people right back off. But people would come up here and just say they're scared of the cartel, where their president is still intact, their government is still intact, no earthquake, no nothing, but they can just leave because they say they're scared of the cartel. Ain't that some BS? Well, if those people can come up here, they're scared of the cartel, you let them in, well, for sure, the Haitians got every right to come in, right? Oh, well, of course, Sister Shirley, of course she don't care about us. I'm saying that because she tries to go, I'm calling her name for a reason. And y'all should go call her out too. Go call her out. No. You need to call out AOC. You need to call her out. Make her respond about how come you not down there talking about conditions with immigrants. Why? You got to pressure AOC too. Because she the biggest mouth about it. Pressure her. I don't care if it's not her people. Pressure her. She's a congresswoman. Put pressure on her. Not just the Congressional Black Caucus, since she got the biggest mouth. Talking about immigrants. They need to be let in. Okay, well, let them in too then. I'm just saying.
Starting your Locker Natural hair journey is oh so rewarding, but can be extremely stressful when you start to consider what products to use. If that's you, then look no further. Locklicious is a Black-owned company that has created an all-natural product line for locked and loose natural crowns. The Locklicious team works hard to ensure that their products are free of parabens, phthalates, sulfates, PEG, synthetics, and other toxic chemicals you find in other products. Best of all, the products are lightweight and will not leave residue or cause buildup. Go to locklicious.com to start treating your crown like royalty.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store.